As you wish. So, my Kirara is still alive. Huh. Tasai, I want you to tell me everything there is to know about this Kana village. And keep an eye on them, for a storm is on the horizon that will soon throw the very heavens into disarray.
We offer you the samurai as atonement for this shameful display of arrogance. Please accept and forgive us.
Yuzo, is that you? I can't believe you've fallen so low.
Likewise.
What did you say? Is this what you call falling? You are nothing but a stray dog bought by the likes of peasants. Before I counted 7 samurai altogether. What happened to the other 3?
We killed them. We shot them down when they tried to run.
Really?
They taught us how to use bow and arrow. When we realized how wrong we'd been to betray you, we turned on them. They were outnumbered and we shot them as they tried to escape.
We're not convinced. Seize them.
Yes, sir. So you've been hiding rice from us.
What are you doing?
You miserable cheats will serve as a lesson for the other villages.
Hold on a minute. If you kill us, we'll grow your rice.
Oh, there are plenty of other villages.
We promise you, we'll never betray you again.
You may have had a change of heart, but you've also showered us with arrows and killed our men. We cannot let such defiance go. We have no choice but to brutally punish you for these transgressions against us.
Please give us another chance, Great Nobuseri. Bring it up, Great Nobuseri.
Please wait.
Water Priestess.
What are you doing?
I have an offer for you.
Priestess, what are you talking about?
I take it you are the girl who went to Kogakyo to recruit the samurai.
Yes.
What do you want?
I'm offering to give myself up to whatever fate you choose for me in exchange for my people's safety.
You want to trade your life for theirs?
That's right. You have a right to be angry. And I realize it might be satisfying to destroy this village. That would be the easy thing to do. But you know Basari were once great samurai, so you know a warrior doesn't always do what's easiest. If you allow yourself to be angered by mere farmers, you will show weakness and fear. You will have nothing distinguishing you from the merchant or the samurai. You'll be
Silence! You think you can get what you want just by flapping your lips? I like that. Well, little girl, you belong to us now. Bring her me.
Yes, Lord.
Who would have thought you could appease our rage by making us nostalgic about honor?
I hope you know what you're doing, Priestess. Elder.
Don't get too cozy. We're delivering you to the capital.
Capital?
Oh, you sound surprised. You didn't think we were going to put you in with a samurai, did you? After all, sweet girls and sweet rice, they both fetch a high price.
So is that where you've taken all the other women you've abducted from our villages?
You mean saved? They're in paradise now compared to the dung heaps they called home.
How can they possibly be happy when they're torn away from their homes and their families?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Bring us up. agreed to nothing. All I said was that you belong to me.
And you call yourself a samurai?
Samurai are a thing of the past.
Please don't do this to them, I'm begging you!
Oh man, now I know how the rice feels.
Well, as much as you love the stuff, I'd have figured you'd enjoy it.
I do like rice. In fact, after we finish up here, I could use a bowl or two.
Hey, Hachi, get to the engine room. You know what to do.
Sure thing.
All right, let's go.
Sorry to drop in on you like this. Hey, Hachi, go!
Hey, I'm already gone.
Us too?
Keep control. Let's move.
What's wrong? Gotta go? Too bad you're just a lonely prisoner.
Well then, I guess it's time to earn my keep. What's the matter?
You haven't untied yourself yet?
Yeah, well, I didn't study circus tricks like you.
You gotta be kidding me. No fun at all. Move it a little closer.
Please, no, Missouri, where is your honor? You can't...
Shut up and watch.
Come on, guys. Get the so high. Quickly, and more lunch that.
Shirochi, I'm all over it. Here, in case you feel like helping out.
I don't need your help!
Here.
I am indeed.
A samurai!
Let's go.
There's nothing.
What's this? We seem to be losing altitude.
Take care of it. Get low. Pull yourself. Hey, what took you so long? Come on, hurry up there, Bobby.
Great combat, you made it!
Let's trace him. But now it ends. Rise one, reporting. They say you're quite skilled, but you're sadly outnumbered.
Let's even things up a bit.
Yeah, take it, baby!
Kill them!
With pleasure. You stay right here.
Whatever you say.
Heads up.
Yeah, buddy!
Take yourself back! No one wants to get my hands on you, man! You're gonna steer it! Hey guys, leave it up for me! Sword! Sword!
Kuzo, the first chest is his weak point.
Curse it, Shepard!
He does.
Look out!
Kuzo!
I've had enough of you! You, the Great War, who did you serve? From your tattered appearance, you must have fought on the losing side.
Get out! She's gonna blow!
Sure, find a way out of here. Ship it in. You should get moving as well.
Don't have to tell me!
We can't tell where the shots are coming from.
So what do you suggest now?
We send out a scout.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
You'll be too loud.
Don't have to be a jerk about it.
I can take care of it.
You die.
Don't worry, he'll be back. He still has a score to settle with me. The smoke and mist will be his allies.
Stab him. No, what? Not like this. We can't defeat them if we're not prepared. They're too well trained. And I do intend to defeat them, especially him. He had the eyes of a dead man.
The samurai are alive.
They made it.
Sister! Sister! I'm watching you, sister! Sorry, my darling. It's okay. I should have known you always make it, don't you?
You got that right. Your sister is something else. Didn't flinch for a second when she was facing those Betty Gumo. She's got more guts than most warriors I know.
Wow, you really think so?
You should go get yourself a bath. Maybe get some sleep as well.
Yes, we all should.
Great samurai, we can never thank you enough for this. The noble Seri have finally been beaten. But where's Kyuzo?
Scouting the enemy.
They will be back, you know.
What for? Why would they? Just look what you did to them. They lost. They'll be too afraid to come back, right?
That's not how they work.
Those who have been wounded want only one thing, and that's revenge. We have no doubts that they will be back. It's just a matter of when. But they're desperate now.
Will you be ready to face them?
Rikichi, there's something I need to tell you about Senai.
The capital?
Yes, the bandits' leader told me that's where they brought the rice and the women, and he had no reason to lie.
To the capital, eh?
Yes, Elder. I always assumed the bandits kept Senai and the other women for themselves, but apparently they sell them to the Emperor instead.
What can we do? We don't even know where the capital is. Great Kambe, do you know its location?
No.
Who knows how many great cities are floating above our heads?
Rikichi, can you fight?
Of course, I'll fight. I have to.
The villagers. I know they're storing rice. I want you to tell them to bring it out of hiding.
What for?
Tell them they can eat their fill. Tell them there's no need to hide it anymore. That tomorrow's dinner waits for them in the fields. The Nobuseri won't get one grain.
I offer my thanks for protecting my granddaughter and bringing her home to us safely. For putting off the time when she is reunited with you. I am grateful. Oh, is that you, dear? You can come in, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Come over here where I can see you. Well, dear, is there anything you want to say to your mother and father now that they're listening? We were just talking about how reckless you were, running off with the bandits and giving your poor grandmother a heart attack.
I wanted to be strong like the samurai. They give to us so selflessly.
My word, how wonderful it must feel to be in love in the midst of war.
In love?
Well, if you want to talk, speak up.
Gourmet, I know you used to be a street performer, right? Well, I was wondering if you'd ever been...
To the capital? No.
Oh, I see.
My understanding is that merchants built the city shortly after the war ended. Are you planning a visit? Well then, we'd better make sure to win this war first.
Cannot be replaced.
Pikachu sure is popular among the kids, isn't he? And it's been like that since he got here. I'm sure he's sick of it.
Mom, we're hungry. Can we have some
Why
rice?
did you boys leave the samurai?
Hey,
Take it easy, boys.
Oh, come on.
Has the rice cooled yet?
Yes, help yourself.
Actually, if it's all right with you, I'd like you to give it to the man instead.
Sure.
Kirara, is it ready?
Yes, it's right here. Like you asked.
Thanks.
Is your wound still hurting you at all?
Not so much.
That firefly gruel?
I had a certain craving for it today.
Are you sure you want that? We have plenty of rice bowls for everyone.
White rice prepares a man's body, but only firefly gruel prepares his soul. Kirara, Shiraji too.
Here you go.
All right. If you insist.
The people of Kana village are like this firefly gruel, Shiraji. A simpler food often ignored or thrown aside for the heartier grain. And we samurai of the cup, a symbol of our duty to protect those less fortunate than ourselves. Understand?
I understand you're as kind as ever.
Perhaps that's why I keep losing battles.
What do you think?
It's rice. White rice is my favorite ever.
Is that so? Then you better eat some more. You want to grow up big and strong, don't you?
Yeah, I want to grow up big and strong so I can be a samurai like you. Me too. Me free.
And why do you want to become a samurai?
Because you samurai are really strong. And you can totally kill all the bandits easy.
You really think you want to be like me?
Good job, guys. I don't know how you guys stay so serious with these great rice balls to eat. Oh, man. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Comic Bros are best rice around. What's the matter? Aren't you hungry?
Great Samurai Control says the bandits may come at any time. We can't afford to relax. We must always be prepared to defend our village. If a guard is truly performing his duty, he has no time for food.
Well, if you stand here looking fierce all day, you won't have any strength left to fight when they get here. And how will that help anyone? Dig in.
I will not let Kichiro down.
Oh, well. You're too tough for me to crack.
Listen up. This village is a fortress, and it must be guarded. Do not forget, you are now soldiers of Kana Fortress. And as soldiers, you must always
You're
be...
just making them nervous, right?
Hey, Hachidono, how can you act so casual, since they told us the war is not yet over?
Are you guys scared?
Fine, but I'm not scared.
No, you must not be seeing things very clearly. Kichiro, when you have taken a life, you've never looked your opponent in the eye, have you?
What's that got to do with anything?
You know, before we fought the bandits, I'd never taken a life either. It's no secret that you and I had less battle experience than the other samurai. That's a bond we share. And like you, when this war began, I was seeing things through different eyes. I couldn't see the enemy clearly. But something in my memory pulled to the surface. You know where it came from? The battlefield. Long ago, I was in a place just like this. And when I realized that, I felt at ease. It was like I was home again. You know?
Now you can see your enemy?
Yes, and I have no more doubts. That's where you and I differ. You're growing more passionate, and I'm just growing more cynical.
But hey, Hachidono, you never end up as bitter as Honoka or Manzo.
Betrayal leaves a wound far worse than any sword, Kichiro. Regardless of the reason, it can never be justified. The pain of betrayal remains in the traitor's heart, and it never goes away.
Sensei!
When did you get here?
All around like I was home again.
Man, you guys are everywhere. Is that...
Firefly gruel. Don't worry, it's not for you.
A samurai toast before battle.
a samurai toast?
What is it, great samurai?
Be quiet.
He's alone.
Yes.
Kyuzo-dono!
Think we could use it?
I'll check it out.
Good work, Kyuzo. I took out a right end. 30 remain, mostly Akon and Tobito. A few Yoroi. When will they be here? By tomorrow. I need sleep. Kachiro,
Yes, Sensei.
tomorrow we win or lose this battle. I want you to make sure the guards get some sleep by changing shifts once every hour. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you want to die?
I think you're an admirable person. That's all I wanted to say. Forgive my rudeness.
You should go get some sleep.
No thanks. I couldn't sleep now.
When you close your eyes, you see her.
Kame-sama, you need rest too, you know.
I'm finishing our plan. I want to destroy them completely, one by one.
I guess it's karma. I never imagined I would stand beside you again, to gaze at the moon over another battlefield.
A storm is approaching!
Are you sure?
All of them are so amazing, but not like Kyuzo-no. In fact, what he did today was the first time I really sensed his true samurai spirit. He's strong and he's brave. He took that gun from the bandits without showing the slightest hint of fear. As both a man and a warrior, I have nothing but respect for him.
You are really something, you know that, kid? If he's so damn great, why was he playing bodyguard to a merchant pig like Moro?
Well,
Looking up to the wrong guy, buddy.
every samurai has made hard choices. Kyuzo-no became what he is because he refused to give up what it means to be a samurai.
Look, enough already. Don't you have somewhere you need to be right now? Like, go steam water or something.
Oh, man. I thought I was on edge. And then Heihachi Dono said, "You've never looked your opponent in the eye, have you?" And he's right. My hands still don't feel like they've killed. I get this rage and my body's on fire. I can't feel my feet on the ground. And I guess it's better than nothing, but I should be calm, like Sensei is, like Kyuzo-dono is. But I don't think I'll ever be able to wield my sword like them. I'll never be strong like them. And that's why I can't let you fall with me anymore.
For anybody to take. And this downpour will make it even tougher. But think of the advantages. They can hide in the mist, and their approach won't be heard over the roar of the water. It's the kind of surprise attack that sends farmers screaming.
But if it's such a basic strategy, won't they expect us to have special defenses for it?
That's very well said, Kachiro. You're beginning to reason like a strategist after all. You must put yourself in the enemy's camp. If you were attacking this fortress, what would you do?
The bandits! They're here! On the western cliff, I saw a ride and 8 Mimizuku foot soldiers. We've seen 10 Mimizuku on the southern path and 12 more up north, plus 3 armored Yakin units.
That many?
Those foot soldiers have proven to be tougher than we expected. Looks like we're in for one heck of a battle.
And the Benigumo.
No sign of them yet.
Kachiro, I want you and Rikichi to make our way back to Gorobe's post and assist him in whatever way you can.
Right.
Gotta be kidding. Get down.
So
Okay.
Get the wounded out of here, now!
Right. Gosako! Hurry, help me move them. Yeah.
What happened?
They bombed us.
The bandits stopped bombs? That's forbidden. At the end of the Great War, such weapons were banned.
I need you to go back and inform the others.
Of course, right away.
Rikichi, Gosaku, tend to the wounded. The rest of you, follow me!
The bandits are almost here. We better get into position.
Wait, you trigger-happy beast! I attack first!
But Kante told us we had to attack.
I'm a sliver, I remember!
I thought you told us you were just a rice farmer like the rest of us.
Shut your big trapper! I'll pound you in the fertilizer!
There's a total of 6 Mamitsu.
And they're using bombs.
That means their upper shrine has ordered the use of forbidden weapons. The bandits are getting desperate. They want to wipe Kana from the face of the planet. They're here. Good.
tell you, those Mimisko are a real pain. Yes, but get used to it because there are 15 more left. Pikachu, what are you doing away from your post?
Schedulity! Toothpick! My sword broke! And come on, there's money everywhere! Who cares about posts?
Right. All of you, stay back!
Yeah! Leave them to me!
No, Pikachu! Let me!
You serious?
Foolish peasants.
Are you all right?
As if mere farmers could wield a no-savvy weapon. Kill them! Kill them, traitor.
That's you! Don't be reckless!
Yes, Sensei. Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. Right. He has a broken rib, but he'll be fine. I thought we might do some damage to the bandits if we could use their own weapons against them. But what's the point of even trying if we get blown away doing it?
Look, Pikachu, you want to live to see your wife again, don't you? You should be more careful. Take him to Lady Kiara's house immediately.
That looks pretty serious.
Nothing some rice won't cure. God, I hate this rain, though. Making my moves sloppier than normal.
That'll happen.
Any bandits left?
Only the Benny Gumos patrol. Listen.
You are seriously unrestricted! Will you let go of me?
Pikachu! Kame-sama, is that the Benny Gumo? We'll find out soon enough. Good timing.
Time to finish you off!
What are you doing?
And replace the sword with something right! Now it's your turn!
I see him!
You bastards!
Wait. This is a battle I must fight on my own.
So wicked, Relic.
You're the only one left.
I figured as much.
You've already lost. What reason do you have to continue attacking this village? Do you feel you have something left to prove? Is it because you're samurai?
The samurai within me died ages ago.
I can't believe we did it. Serves you right, Bandit.
You will regret that.
The water's grown cloudy. What's that mean?
Golda, you can't die like this.
You'll have to forgive me, Rikichi. Looks like I can't take you to the capital after all.
Oh, great samurai.
Your life, I've stolen it.
You know, gotta be...
Harvesting rice anymore. Please, great samurai, you've shown your skills fighting bandits. Now let us do what we're good at. We've lost so much harvesting time already because of the battles. We just want things to go smoothly now.
Fine. Hey there, Goro. You enjoying the sun today? Damn these farmers. Apparently I'm useless now, just a heap of metal in the way. I'm restless. Sure you understand, being stuck just lying there. They're acting like farmers again, worrying about weather and rice. They've forgotten all about us already. Oh no, you died in vain.
That's what horribly someone to decide, don't you think?
Oh, it's all just too much. And what the hell's the deal with Kame, huh? Blasted up and left and didn't even take the time to light a single piece of incense, coward. You and the farmers, all just a bunch of cowards.
He will be back, Hikijo.
How can you be sure?
He'll be back. He is a samurai, after all.
Hey, what is a samurai anyway?
Look in a mirror. You'll see one staring back.
And heave!
Yes, good weather helps their work.
So is the organization.
You mean these work teams?
That's right. To get ready for the Nova Saturday in time, we split up all the villagers into specialized divisions. The teams were selected based on each farmer's strengths. They're working today in the same teams that fought yesterday. And the bonds they forged during training are helping them rebuild quickly. Combined with Heihachi's engineering genius, they probably doubled their efficiency. Next. Drop. Fire at will.
I wonder if Kambei planned this from the start, keeping you here to help rebuild.
Sure. We were hired to save Kana from the bandits. The bandits destroyed your homes. Until you can grow rice safely again, our job's not done.
Lady Kirara, I'm sorry. You know you don't have to call me that anymore. Is that a book about war?
Yes. Since the fighting ended, I felt uneasy, like I still craved the battlefield.
In the old age, war was constant. As one battle ended, another began, and always another after that. The battles begat each other, with power moves and vows for revenge calling for each new season of bloodshed. War defined the culture, passing from one generation to the next. Every aspect of life revolved around the preparation, support, and fighting of war. For the sake of victory and survival, weakness could not be afforded. To be stronger, the samurai turned themselves into machines. The size of their metal bodies became a symbol of rank. The bigger they were, the more authority they possessed. To be samurai was no longer an option. It was the only way to exist. And the samurai got their wish, becoming stronger than any man had dreamed. But the war would not end. It brought no good to the people. It scorched fields, crushed houses, and covered everyone's faces with ash. The goals of the war had been forgotten, and yet they had to go on because without war they would have no purpose. And as long as the fighting continued, the samurai would remain on top. Everyone wanted to be samurai. Even peasants found their way into the metal brigades. But in the end, it was the samurai's own lust for strength that enabled their defeat. The demand for new technologies created weapons that could destroy them, and the weapons were given to the merchants. In return, the merchants used the technology to rebuild people's homes, restore cities, and bring smiles to faces blackened with ash. The Great War was finally over. The samurai were scattered. new era began.
And now here I am, a man without purpose, a samurai in an age of merchants. Why did you show that book to me?
I've read it 100 times. I know the tragedy of the samurai, the impossible feelings it creates, yet I did it to you anyway. I'm so ashamed.
You can't think that way. I chose to walk the path of the samurai of my own free will. It's only natural that the path ahead of me would be rocky sometimes.
You must take care of your swords. I have made the blade of your daito sharper. A samurai is one who kills. Why did you come to this village?
To save it, of course.
Then you have done your job. If you wish to continue on the samurai path, you must be prepared to carry the weight of those you kill. We are nothing but scarecrows, driving away the bandits who swarm over the crop. Take your sword back now, Kachiro. Then get yourself some ice. You'll need your strength to kill again.
I want to be able to feel proud that I chose to become a samurai.
Didn't I tell you to search elsewhere?
I knew it. That's why I jumped, because I knew you would save me. I know that you're the one.
Your determination and loyalty have won me over to your cause. I will help you. I shall not let your treasured rice go to waste.
I hardly think I'm worth 100 warriors, but I appreciate the flattery.
Flattery may well be the only reward you can expect from this. The only payment we will receive is the rice we eat.
I accept.
But at the end of it all, I crawled out of a ship covered in soot and still breathing.
I call it triumph. If you die, you lose. If you survive, you win. It's simple as that.
You really think so?
That's my belief for whatever it's worth.
Much obliged.
Oh, by the way, I don't suppose you'd be interested in killing about 40 Nobuseri.
I once cut down bandits from all 3,000 lands. Cut them down and got cut down, but still I stand.
I'll be at your side.
There's no reward or fame, only a bloody war. Are you sure?
Yes.
This time, we may meet our deaths.
Sensei, please, we must continue on to the village now. Just go on without me. I'll only be a burden to you.
Stop acting so brave, Kachiro.
I'm not trying to act brave. I'm serious.
You're frustrated as anyone would be, and that is enough. These two are grateful for your sacrifice. And they should be. You are the 5th samurai.
Why? Why did you? Because I wanted to live. Hopeless fool.
May I ask you to come with us?
When do we leave?
Immediately.
I can't blame Lonzo. Conniving with the fact as he is. He just played the odds and the bandits won, that's all. Farmers are corrupt. Bandits are corrupt. And samurai are corrupt. Why would anyone risk their lives for anyone? And I'll fight for him. I'll kill the bandit. Damn it. Damn it.
At last, the 7 are complete.
This uneasiness I feel. I think I'm finally beginning to understand what Yuzodono meant when he said that he wanted to live.
Katsuhiro.
So, Kona village fought off those dreadful machines. Nicely done, Kirara, darling.
With all respect, young master, the samurai are the ones responsible for this, not those peasants.
Ah, yes, but it was Kirara who assembled those samurai. She obviously has a talent for choosing good men.
I've done some more digging. According to our informants, the samurai's leader is named Kambe.
Who cares what his name is? The point of the matter is that a simple farming village hired samurai and defeated the bandits.
Yes.
One more thing. Tell the other villages, will you? Make clear to all the farmers they have nothing left to fear from the bandits or me.
But won't that disrupt the order?
Just do it, Tasai. I'm far too busy to be explaining things to you.
As you wish.
Young master?
An urgent message from the capital.
Oh, then please, do tell.
For his inability to find the envoy's assassin, Ayamaru has been stripped of his title. He will remain in the capital until the emperor decides his fate.
His fate?
Poor father. Whatever shall we do?
The emperor would like you to continue your father's duties as magistrate.
Well, that makes sense. I can't say I want the job, but who else is there? Your hunter. Let me have it. You heard me. Give me your short blade.
Yes, young master, of course.
Hello, workers. This is your magistrate. I know this is a wretched place, and I'm sorry to keep you here, but I promise very soon you will all be free.
Hikaru, you do know you caught something, right?
What?
Look in the mirror. You'll see one staring back.
Hey, sidekick, what's wrong? I've never seen you this quiet.
What do you think a samurai is?
Somebody like you, big goof. Hikaru's feeling kind of lonely now. How come? Because Kanbei isn't here. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Shut up!
Hikaru acts like he doesn't like him. If he's followed Kanbei from the start.
You don't recognize me. I'm not surprised. The name's Simon Yoshika, the Peaceable. I was only a boy when you killed my parents. I've devoted my life to their vengeance, and though I wasn't expecting to find you today, it's an opportunity I won't turn down.
What are you talking about? Wait! You saved the girl, so you must be worth something. Or is that what you call a losing battle? I'll make supper for you and you still won't help. I'll kill you right here!
On my signal, reel this in as hard as you can.
Okay, well, that'll do what you're doing, but you got it.
Come on! Keep it going!
You better not screw this up! Save those farmers, okay?
You were born a farmer, weren't you, Gigajo?
Don't care if the farmers, so what? Figured if I acted like a samurai, people would think of me better.
I want a good battle.
Right, you can count on that.
Kanbei's fighting a one-man war now. He's not letting the other samurai help. Yeah, the Mataro and Heihachi are busy rebuilding stuff. But everyone else is just bored. Everyone else has other interests, at least. Farming's the only other thing Kiku knows, but he's no good at it now. Still, they shouldn't just replace him. What are you doing, you dumb fish?
Oh, enough already, okay? I'm a samurai, damn it! Now it's time for me to start acting like one!
At least it would stop the shame. I sold my wife. I sold my wife to the bandits!
Rikichi, tell me now, what is your wife's name?
It's Sanai.
Then I promise you now, Rikichi, I will swear to you, we will save Sana.
But why? That story about your family being killed by bandits? Was that all a lie?
No, it was all true. Except
Except what?
my sister. My little sister.
I swear, Lady Honoka, we will reunite you and your sister.
But why would he just leave like this without asking for our help? Especially if he's gone to the capital like we think. He won't be able to get past their defenses alone.
Kanbei has more wisdom than us all. He wouldn't do anything unless he had a good plan.
The priestess is right about that. And Kyuzo must have had a plan of his own because he's disappeared as well.
I'm not surprised. The whole reason he came here was to battle Sensei after we won. With Sensei gone, there's no challenge, and no reason to stay.
That does sound like Kyuzo.
The rice is safe, but the 7 kami protecting it have been separated.
Kami?
Oh yeah, I'd almost forgotten that.
Speaking of old traditions, have you folks heard the one that says that rice contains 7 kami?
Kami? Like deities?
That's right, 7 deities who live inside good rice grains and protect it. How can I not love this stuff? It's a gift blessed from the heavens.
Hey, Ricky J! I'm getting out of here! Can't let
You're going off to help rescue Sanai, but since they left us here for a reason, we need to help protect the village.
This isn't time, kid! Samurai or sheep? Which are ya?
Then you're a samurai?
I'm samurai.
That's right! And it's time to step up! Come and me treat us like children, but you know in your heart what a true samurai would do. We have an opportunity, no, an obligation to find Ricky G's wife. We can do it! And we can show him that crusty old jerk while we're at it. Come on, I know you're itching for a good fight.
May I speak? Master Uki, you told the girls to show their hospitality to these samurai while they're here. And of course they want to obey you, but they're scared of these men.
Can't say I blame them. They are rather rough.
Very impressive.
I was right. Your training in Machiba City has made you far deadlier than our boys. So, who wants to go next? We don't have all day.
Master,
What?
we've gathered the samurai. They're ready to hear you.
Ah, good. At least someone still follows my orders quickly. Welcome, and thank you all for coming. Isn't this nice? Everyone looks so healthy and refreshed. This R&R has done wonders for you. Still, you are samurai, and my tyrannical father had no right to lock you up and steal away your last shreds of pride. For his transgressions, I humbly apologize. And I beg your forgiveness.
My lord, what do you need us to forgive you for? Yeah, that's right. You've never done anything wrong by us.
But now that I'm in charge, I am the city. I am Kogakyo, and all of her past mistakes are now mine to bear.
You're being too hard on yourself, my lord. Though your sense of responsibility means a great deal to us. As you know, this age of merchants has not been kind to the warrior class. However, you've shown us nothing but kindness. Whatever you ask of the samurai gathered here, we'll gladly do it.
Your words humble me, but I realize you're a man of action. I have a plan to prove my dedication to your class.
How may we be of service, my lord?
I want you to divide into groups and head to the surrounding villages.
What for?
Do any of you remember several peasants who came to the city looking to hire samurai? They had nothing to offer as payment but a few measly grains of rice. Perhaps they approached somebody here?
Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about. I was the first they asked. I met him too. Me too.
Why, they met so many of you. They did find some who said yes. They enlisted 7 samurai to be exact. And those extraordinary 7 somehow managed to drive back the Nobuseri. Mind-blowing, isn't it? Now, I've been asking around, and it seems these Nobuseri are actually being dispatched by the capital. It's just awful to think that the capital itself is in effect stealing from the very people it should be protecting. And it's not just the peasants. The capital also imposes unfair trade restrictions on the merchants, keeping them from rising higher.
With all due respect, lord, aren't you a merchant?
Yes, and proudly so. We merchants first came to power because we wanted to help rebuild a world torn apart by wars. But the capital has grown corrupt, and as long as they remain at the center of this world, how can any of us find prosperity when they're using bandits, common thugs to do their evil bidding? Our eyes have been opened to what is possible by our brothers in Kana. We must learn from them. For us now to ignore the plight of other villages would be to neglect our moral responsibility. All who have suffered at the hands of the capital must unite as one, and to do so we must follow the example set by the samurai in Kana village.
So you're asking us to defend the peasantry?
Certainly there's no purpose more noble for a samurai sword than to protect the helpless.
Our honorable new lord has charged us with a new mission that expects great things from us. Now who's ready to go back to work?
A new war. Let's do it. I'm in.
Sign me up. Great. In that case, let me return your weapons. Your villages will be assigned to you shortly.
We'll be outside shortly. May I ask why you do the envoy?
What's the saying? Asking questions you know lies?
I'm merely curious as to what you could have gained from such a reckless act as attacking the capital.
Nothing at all.
How utterly pointless. This is the capital. Perhaps it brings back memories for you. What was once the flagship of the old Imperial fleet is now the center of trade and government for the new merchant empire.
It's time to go.
Sana. Okata, sorry. Okata? The sun is strong today and your skin is so fair. Perhaps it would please you to go indoors now.
Oh, yes.
Finally, we can breathe. All this polite speak gets my tongue twisted up.
I feel the same way, and I need to call Sana Okata all the time. But those formalities are the way His Excellency likes it.
You needn't get so worked up over it. The Amanushi is far more lenient than any of you seem to realize.
He's really got you brainwashed there, hasn't he, Sanai?
Quite the opposite. I've come to learn I simply misjudged him at first.
How can you defend that brute?
You've been fooled by his cold exterior, Mizuki. He's actually a very kind and gentle man.
He's a kidnapper is what he is.
Keep it down, Mizuki.
Yeah, if they ever hear you talking like this, there's no telling what they do to us.
Pardon us, please. Okata, Lord Amanushi requests your presence.
I'm sorry, my lady's body's in a highly fragile state at the moment, and she must refrain from any strenuous activity.
Thank you, Mizuki. But I will go see him.
Presenting the divine emperor, His Excellency, Lord Amanushi.
Divine Emperor, we come before you with information about the envoy who was murdered in Kogakyo. This samurai has confessed to the crime, and so, in accordance with the capital's decree and as an act of good faith on the part of the Shikimoribito, we are turning him over to you. We trust you will punish him as you see fit, and we hope you will remember our fealty.
I thank you for your efforts, Guardian.
Yes, Lord, and we thank you for your grace.
I am Maro. This samurai is accused of murder in your home. What do you know of him?
Forgive me, Your Grace, but I do not recognize this man. Presenting the Okata.
Ah, Sanai, come forward.
You asked to see me, my lord?
Was my summons inconvenient?
I was just outside enjoying the beautiful day we're having.
Sana, I have called you here because I wish for your insight on this matter. The samurai before us claims to have murdered an imperial envoy.
I see.
Turn your face toward me, samurai. Look well. This is not some corpse you see, but a living being. Thanks to the endless wars of your kind, this is what I have become. You may address me directly. What is your name?
I am Shimada Kanbei.
Shimada Kanbei? Oh. You are a fool. I do not believe you are capable of killing a helpless messenger. Imposter.
Is this true, samurai?
I've said I killed him. What more do you want?
I want my time not to be wasted. What is the point of this charade?
Why don't you guess?
Bite your tongue, samurai filth!
Silence! I did not give you permission to speak.
I beg your pardon.
Kanbei Shimada, can you tell us the true killer's identity? Or is this some ill-conceived joke? You do not answer? Perhaps a jail cell will loosen your tongue. Take him away.
Shimoribito, you are excused.
Do you want to risk it? Think very hard about where the bullets you fire at me will come to rest.
This is blasphemy.
Let's be reasonable here.
I'll spare his life on one condition. Let the women go. Are you the Sanai from Kana Village, wife of Rikachi? And the rest of the women?
They're in their chambers.
Apologies, Anushidano. You will act as our shield.
I will not leave with you. My Amanushi needs me, and I cannot leave aside. Please, I beg you, have mercy.
Sunlight, what are you saying?
I love him. I adore my emperor with all my heart.
Perhaps now would be the time to mention this woman is carrying my child. Your move, samurai. Well now, isn't this amusing?
Out of the question. You are a peasant, not a warrior.
I understand that, Grandmother, but
No, I do not think you do.
Then why shouldn't I be allowed to go with them?
Because these men are going off into battle, my dear. What purpose would a water priestess serve in the midst of war?
I have a responsibility as the one who brought the samurai here, and I intend to see this war through to its finish.
You speak with the maturity of an adult. However, I fear you do not yet understand your own feelings.
I think the real problem is I understand my feelings too well. We've been working closely for some time, but now I find my gaze lingering on him. I've done my best to deny these feelings, but instead all I feel is shame.
And the samurai?
He hasn't noticed.
Do you believe that? What a shocker! Can you conceal these feelings?
I am a water priestess. I will do whatever is best for our people.
It will be difficult. But you're stronger than I was.
Hey, what are you goats doing up here?
Now, is that any way to speak to fellow samurai?
Oh, sorry, don't know. Look, I'm pissed at you guys. How come you didn't tell us you were planning a rescue mission too? We're part of this team.
Sorry, big guy. We weren't trying to exclude you.
Last time we were on the road, Kenshiro got injured and you let the Nobuseri kidnap you. Not the best of records.
Excuses. Just because you're older than us doesn't mean we're children. Makatsu, let me out here. Hello?
My place is with Sensei, fighting at his side.
Because you think rebuilding a village is somehow beneath you as a samurai?
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Have you taken a moment to think about why Kanbei-sama might have left you behind this time?
Let's just leave it at that for now. Here, take some rice for your trip. Kana grows the best in the world, you know.
Thank you, Heihachi.
Oh, Katsu, let's move.
That sword's not going to do you much good, is it?
Well, get Masumune to fix it up for me.
Masumune seems pretty well traveled. I'd be willing to bet he can tell us where we can find the capital.
Rikichi.
Please, I want to go with you. I'm afraid you're in no condition to go to war. But I swear to you, we will bring your wife back.
Please, wait!
What is this from?
Please, you've got to take us with you. Yeah, you gotta!
You know we're not going off to play.
We understand the risk involved, and we're prepared for whatever comes. Please, we can help.
Help us out. This is war we're talking about.
But if you go without me, I'll be worried sick about you. And you don't want that.
Of course not.
I can't expose you to any more danger.
You know, Clara is pretty good at finding things with that crystal of hers.
Don't leave my side.
I won't.
And don't you leave mine, psychic!
I couldn't if I tried.
Things such as this would have never been allowed in older times.
Perhaps Akiwara is simply not meant to be a water priestess any longer.
Only she and the waters can decide that.
Hello, I've brought dinner for you, and for the prisoner as well. Let me guess, great samurai. You're wondering what happened to Sanai. How she could show such affection for the man who plucked her from her home, but it's more complicated than that.
Did the Emperor speak the truth about Sanai? Is she with child?
Yes.
I see.
But it's not what you think. She only did it for our sake. She told us that as long as the Emperor favored her, he would leave the other girls alone. It was just for show, but now I think she's starting to believe her own act. Please, you have to do something.
In case you hadn't noticed, I'm about to be executed. I'd like nothing more than to help her, but I'm in no position to do so.
Liar.
Shimada Kambe, I bring a decision from the Emperor Amanushi. This decree is final. You are sentenced to death. In 5 days' time, you will be beheaded.
I threatened to kill the Emperor. That's a serious charge. Why don't they kill me now and be done with it?
There was a request for delay. Ukyo has asked that your sentence be carried out in Kogakyo.
Ukyo, eh?
Your master. They've come as well.
So many machines.
Yes, my lord. The capital is this way.
Presenting Lord Magistrate Ukyo of the Kogakyo District.
No, please. Don't get up.
That's far enough.
On your knees, Ukyo. Show respect. Hey, let go. Tell these machines to get off of me.
So you are Ukyo, successor to Ayamaro.
None may speak with the Emperor directly.
It is all right. I will allow it.
Yes, my lord.
Come closer. This may sting. Just bear with me for a moment. Ukyo, you are without question flesh of my flesh, my 49th clone.
My lord, is this true? Is Master Ukyo a clone?
Ayamaro, I thank you for taking my clone into your home. You have honored me well.
Emperor, I apologize 1,000 times, but I deserve no credit. When I took him in, I believed he was a mere peasant. I had no idea he was yours. A peasant? Silence! Forgive my ignorance, Emperor, but why so many clones? Is this not a delusion of the bloodline? In order to produce the finest possible heir, several women were implanted with the divine ruler's genetic copy. After many failed attempts, a farm woman was chosen, finally yielding successful results. The clone was named Ukyo, and through the divine grace of the Amanushi, his identity was hidden among the peasantry, for the only way to establish an heir worthy of the Emperor's name was to ensure that the heir had knowledge of all social classes.
Why should it matter to you what I am? I was born from the Emperor's seed. I have his blood in my veins. I was raised as a peasant, and my adoptive father taught me all about trade. So what am I really? Am I an heir? Am I a peasant? Or am I a merchant?
I will decide what you are. Begin immediate preparations for the test.
I'm thirsty.
We only have a little water left. You'll have to stick it out.
I do. I can barely take another step. Just hang in there, Komachi.
Hey, you don't hear me complaining, do you? Be strong like me! Okay, guess I'll just have to give you a pinky back, all right?
All right. Komachi, back off. Kiku's burning up.
Well, that's just because I'm a hot guy.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Just spit on me first, see if that helps.
Look, there's someone coming.
My lord, what is this test they're preparing for Ukyo?
It's a 3-day examination of the subject's method of reasoning in order to ascertain his worthiness as heir. Ukyo is going to be asked a series of judicial and economic questions. The Divine Emperor possesses the wisdom of several generations of rulers in his mind. Ukyo must display the same knowledge in order to pass.
And what happens if he fails?
Then within 3 days, he will be dead.
I've heard that no clone who has been examined has yet passed. They've all been killed.
Look there. Those are the memorials for those who failed the test, were deemed unworthy of becoming the Emperor's heir. All of them were born and raised in a capital under his guidance, but none have lived up to his expectations. I wonder how number 49 with his peasant upbringing will fare.
The clock has begun. The test will now commence. This thing really lasts 3 days? Only if you can last 3 days. All right, we might as well get started then. Question 1. If a man suddenly finds himself successor to a departed ruler, what must be his first course of action? Well, first he must strengthen his bases. Take up where the ruler before him left off, then make subtle changes, in order to assert his power without risking upheaval. I see.
I brought you your dinner.
Thank you, Nisu.
By the way, my great Kanbei, do you happen to know Ukyo from Kogakyo?
Question 56. What will cause the most damage to an emperor's rule? That would be the disapproval of his subjects. If that happens, a ruler can no longer truly govern. Which is why an emperor must be decisive. If his ability to make decisions weakens, he should step down. The other side of that coin, however, is it's just as dangerous to incur the anger of the people. I assume you have a plan to avoid incurring this anger? Simple. The emperor will no longer take anything from his subjects. How then will you maintain the capital? They'll pay a tribute, in return for our continued generosity and protection. Just the answer I expected. Living among peasants has served you well. You have shared their lives and thus know their minds. You are the first of my clones to have achieved this insight, Ukyo. Question 57. Given the options of a land of order, right with injustice, or a land of justice, which has no
It's been
order,
2 days, and the Emperor has been without his attendant since the test began. I hope he's not straining himself too much.
I sympathize, Okata, but it is law. No one might enter the chamber until the test is done.
Yes, but...
Please, Okata, come rest.
Thank you so much. You really saved us.
You keep it. What's a favor between samurai?
That's right! We samurai have to stick together. That's what I always say.
Haven't we met you samurai somewhere before?
Huh?
In Kogakyo. We were looking for samurai to help us in Kana Village.
Yes, I remember you now. We've been hearing stories about what you did in Kana.
Yeah, everyone's heard about the famous 7 samurai and what they did. They're already legend around Kogakyo.
Oh, then you've heard of Pikachu, the Bandit Master, Mighty Machine Samurai Master!
Where are you guys headed?
We're going to Nadakti Village. Magistrate Ukyo has given us a mission.
Ukyo, you say?
He's taken over his father's position. He sent all the samurai on missions of goodwill.
Wait, what did you say about that powder face?
You're following your good example. Ukyo says you're right, and the villagers should be protected from the bandits. All samurai have been released from custody. He says we should remember that samurai were given a responsibility to the people.
To the people.
All of us Ronin who were starving in the streets have a new mission. Protect the villages. I can't tell you how happy we are to have our jobs back.
And we owe all our thanks to you.
Question 108. You are the emperor and you must select your advisors. Who do you choose? Former enemies or former allies? Former enemies, without a doubt. It would be an opportunity for reconciliation, for one. Also, it would make the enemy reluctant to be seen as hostile no matter what his politics, therefore reducing the risk of war. Are you afraid of war? No, but only a fool has his mind set on fighting. What you say interests me. That's good, then let's continue. Am I answering the questions well so far? Yes, so far. Question 109. As an emperor who aspires to accomplish great deeds, of what must you always be aware? 2 things. Continue. Well, first of all, the times we live in our current world climate, the wars are over and the merchants are building toward the future. However, all of those efforts will be for nothing unless the ruling class can understand the needs and desires of the masses. And the second?
The doctor told us it was fatigue.
Do not be concerned for me. How is the Amanushi?
Are you still worried about him?
Yes, I've always felt sympathy for the Emperor. How can I not when he's never felt the sun on his face or the wind in his hair? He's trapped in that tank, a prisoner of frailty. all alone, fulfilling his duty to us all.
You're trembling.
I'm worried, Mizuki. That man they call Ukyo, I'm afraid of the things I see in his eyes.
The test will be over soon, my lady. Maybe they found an heir.
But then, what will happen to this child?
As Emperor, how will you distribute the state
Lasted
funds
far
among
longer
the
than the
provinces?
others. And perhaps he is the one.
There has to be equilibrium between
When the
necessity
war
and
ends,
design, and grace among all the tracks outside the activity is the balance.
I believe that is why I was condemned to this body.
As soon as the post-war cleanse,
Rather than destroying all the samurai, I decided to take my revenge by controlling them. How innocent and innocent.
At the moment, they last for dangerous.
If you succeed,
Themselves in a position no longer be efficient.
I have one final question. What is the most important qualification for an emperor?
Talent, I suppose? What do studies matter after all, when you are faced with an immediate decision and must rely on instinct?
What about virtue, honesty, and goodwill? You've grown up disguised, your true origin hidden. Isn't that alone an affront to the people?
My life in trade has taught me diplomacy. Sometimes a lie can be prudent. Hey there.
He's alive.
This man is my true and rightful heir. He will be the next Amanushi. He is me and I am him. So let it be known.
All true.
How are you feeling, Sana? Better, I hope.
I am, but you must be tired, my lord.
Please rest, for the child's sake. You carry my heir, the last of my clones. He too will succeed me someday.
What about the one called Ukyo, my lord? What if he tries to harm the child?
Worry not, my dear. We are one and the same. Ukyo is me, as is this child.
So how is Kirara these days, Kanbei Shimada? I know you didn't kill the envoy, by the way. The Emperor says you did, but I just can't quite believe it for some reason. So tell me, what does it feel like, waiting to be executed?
What is it you're trying to do here?
Why, conquer the world, of course. By the way, the true murderer is right here in this room.
And why would you assassinate the Imperial envoy?
I only did it because I was asked to. You see, I was in a position to do someone a favor.
This is a bad omen.
The ceremony will take place soon. For now, you must become accustomed to life in the capital.
May I ask you a question now?
Anything you wish.
You see, a long time ago, there was a great and powerful dragon with two heads. One said it wanted to live in the south and dive for big, juicy fish. But the other one wanted to live in the north and search the skies for tasty little birds. And do you know what happened to that beautiful dragon? Starved to death. Now my question, Emperor. Do you really think it's wise for a nation to have two rulers?
It is entirely unnecessary.
I so agree. Our forebears have known it for untold years. Even in the greatest of civilizations, crippling imperfections will appear. The government must be willing to change with the times. And after so much struggle, surely you've grown tired. But don't you worry about a thing. I will help ease your burden. After all, I am you and you are me. Good night, Emperor. Ah, yes, he is me. But I am so much more.
Amanushi? Amanushi!
Sana, is that you?
Then you're all right?
Please, stay there. My dear, are you familiar with the term Senjo? It is when an emperor of virtue abdicates his throne in favor of a new emperor of even greater virtue.
I don't understand.
Farewell, dearest Sanai. I wish that just one time we could have run through the hills and plains together, but that is not to be.
Amanushi, please! Raise up the screen! Why will you not let me approach you?
The rest I leave in the hands of my clone. Ukyo, step forth and claim what is yours.
those woods were far too good for him. You'll find I know many things. I know the brutality your kind inflicts on the farmers, and I know I am now in a position to rid the world of monsters like you.
You say you want us to perform harakiri?
I'm no child. I understand full well how this world works. After the war was over, the clever emperor rescued you brutes from vagrancy to keep the farmers in disarray, allowing them to live but never to prosper. And as for the city? They're so happy not to be stuck on the farm, they never complain.
Please, Your Excellency, tell us how to proceed. Since learning of the rebellion in Ghana, the farmers have gathered strength. We don't know what they'll do.
Yes, I know. I'm curious too.
What does that mean, Emperor?
Everything will stay the same. You will continue taking rice from the farmers, as you always have.
I thought you despised us.
Oh, I do. But this is necessary for the capital. You all work for me now, little man.
Yes, Your Excellency.
They will all be dead soon enough. Following Kana's example, other villages will rise up against them. The Nobuseri will be a sacrificial offering which will please the people. Don't you see, Tasai? The former emperor hated the Nobuseri too. He merely chose to take his revenge by controlling them.
Look, sister, there it is!
What's that?
Nobuseri. That airship must be a capital.
How do you know?
Remember what the Nobuseri leader said? All women and rice are taken to the capital. The Nobuseri would have a strong presence there to maintain trade. Another airship city with so many bandits swarm around. That's where we'll find Sanai and the others.
Yes, and Sensei must be there too.
Sanai, I'm glad you're awake.
My child. Tell me, is my child all right? He should survive, not me. The Emperor will never forgive me. How can I make this up to him?
What's going on?
I think we have a problem.
What is this? We served Yokata, but now we're supposed to serve you? Who gave this order?
Why, we knew all the Nushi, of course. The inner chambers are ours now. Your mistress's reign has come to an end.
If that's true, then you can just let us all go back to our villages.
No, I'm afraid not. You see, we're going to need quite a few servants. We must always be beautiful for our emperor. It's the least we can do, right, girls?
At least wait a while. Yokata isn't well enough to be moved.
That's not really my concern. Go ahead, boys.
Right!
Wait, what's going on?
The execution will commence at 6 p.m. Your body will be on display until midnight.
I ask you to grant a dying samurai one final request.
Go ahead.
I would like to die as a warrior. Allow me to honor the ritual of cleansing and to commit harakiri.
Denied.
Why?
Your request for ritual cleansing is granted. However, you will not be given the use of any weapon before the time of your execution.
By whose order?
Who else? Our new emperor, of course.
Look, they finally caught the guy.
About time.
What's this?
Oh, man, I can't see anything.
Oh, here.
Hey, Kiku, what does that thing say anyway?
It says, little girls shouldn't read what's on this board.
Come on. It's about Sensei.
It is! Hey, what's up, old man?
What do you know? You're still in one piece.
Must have been 8, Tony. It's been a while.
I guess I don't have to ask what Sensei said true. Besides being accused of the envoy's murder, he made an attempt on the Emperor's life.
An attempt?
What's going on?
Sensei failed, and now he's in trouble. I know it. He never should have tried to rescue them on his own.
Before you arrived, I was unaware of your noble heritage. Forgive me.
Oh, I suppose that's all right. Besides, I didn't know about it either.
I am humbled, my lord. Thanks to your actions, my position as an Imperial advisor is once again secured. I hope I haven't done anything.
Father!
My lord, you shouldn't eavesdrop.
I swear I didn't hear a word.
Was there something you wanted?
I came to see how you were doing.
Oh, I'm fabulous. An ex-farmer becomes emperor? It's quite a change, isn't it?
It's a change other people are starting to take note of, my son. One that can be frightening. What will they say, do you think, when they find out your secret? You were the one who killed the Imperial envoy, weren't you?
So you were listening. Technically, he drove in the blade, though. See, this poor man needed my help. He knew the envoy wanted his position, and I wanted yours.
So what do we do with him?
Let me think.
Young master, we'll be docking at Gogakyo any moment.
Oh, is it that time already?
Okyo!
Unlike those filthy bandits, I have the capacity for true compassion. I wish to show my gratitude for all you have taught me. From now on, Father, you will be my warehouse manager. Go, greet the Shikimori Bito.
I see you're getting some use out of this, babe. Well, that makes sense. You are a samurai now. But this thing is useless. I'll have to reforge it for you.
We'll just borrow these until you're done. Here.
Easy.
We're going to the capital.
Oh? And what do you think that'll accomplish?
Saving everyone, of course.
We can't just leave them to die.
Maybe we should wait.
What?
Kanbei isn't the type of man who would let himself be executed without putting up a fight.
Yes, but how? How can he rescue anybody from his jail cell?
I don't know. But still, I don't think we should interfere with whatever plan he might have.
So you think we should do nothing?
For now.
For a samurai, the failure to act is a path of eternal shame.
But won't it be shaming Kanbei if we refuse to trust him now?
When a samurai makes a mistake, he pays for it with his life. Tatsu and I are gonna let that happen to Kanbei. We're gonna save him and show him what samurai can do.
Your final meal, great samurai.
Don't cry.
I can't help it. If you won't cry for yourself, then I'll cry for you. I just wish you would have let me bring you something other than a rice ball for your final meal.
No. After all, it was rice like this that hired me. I will not eat anything else until that job is complete.
But you can't save any of us if you're dead.
You think not?
Oh, dear. That look is no good for you. You know, I don't hate you. I thought I would, but it's because of you that I've become what I have. So I wanted to come down here and bid you farewell. I'm sorry you won't be afforded a samurai death. You must feel shame being unable to commit harakiri. What would you warriors call that? A losing battle?
I'd suggest you be careful until you actually cut my head off.
That is adorable. You're still going. You will be dead soon, Kanbei. Then Kana Village is next.
So, that's the assassin. Sensei.
Got him all chained up like a dog.
What do you think he's gonna do? This may be the one he doesn't look away from.
You know, if we're gonna save Kanbei, now's the time.
If we save only Sensei, then we will not have made enough of a difference here today. We need to find a way to rescue all the women as well.
Oh, we're gonna have him foaming at the mouth with jealousy.
I know what you're going to say. However, this is something we must do. You understand, don't you?
I understand.
Kikucho-dono, I need you to help me find a way into the capital.
Hey, check it out, Guardians!
Steve Vito, where may I ask you taking your cargo?
You're one of the guests we had a short time ago.
I am. My name is Okamoto Kachiro.
We are on our way to the capital to honor the ascension of the new emperor. We bring a gift of energy cells.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Wow, bet they didn't see that one coming.
Forgive me, my friends. If anyone finds you, tell them you were ambushed by bandits.
Well?
I'm not so sure about that.
Maybe you should just pose as a Guardian Samurai bodyguard,
I
hmm?
don't know. Katsu's that may be less suspicious if we dressed as guardians.
Well, Katsu, that's a clever plan for you.
I suppose I should take that as a compliment.
Seems more like something Kanbei would come up with.
I don't know about that.
Sister, what do you think you're doing?
I'm going with them.
Do you think we're not capable on our own?
No, it's neither of you knows what Sanai looks like, so you'll need me. I am going to go with you.
I think someone's starting to like the smell of battle.
Oh, you look scary too.
You two stay quiet. I'll do all the talking now.
I know, you told us, damn it. When we get inside, you're saving Kanbei and we'll go after the women.
Stop right there. We come here today bearing gifts of energy cells to celebrate the ascension of the new Amanushi.
Let's be sure. Check them out.
Stay back! Why do you think we're dressed like this? We're transporting energy cells. Come any closer and risk lifelong contamination.
It's all right. We're expecting you. You may pass.
What is this place?
Welcome to the capital. It's your old friend, Ayamaro. I have been assigned to the post of warehouse manager. It is my job to assess the trade value of your gifts in bales of rice.
You capital types really eat this much rice?
An odd question. You are a guardian. I would expect you would know the answer to that.
Ah, shut up, you bastard! What makes all this rice so damn important?
Who are you people?
I'll ask the clothes. You've been taking this rice for a long time. Have you even eaten any of it?
No, please, of course not. It's all used to purchase energy cells to trade. The commissary take the rice from the farmers. We then trade that rice to the Skimoribito in exchange for energy cells. That is the arrangement devised by the capital to ensure its prosperity. It's the only way.
That's not the only way. You can grow your own damn rice and give the farmers what they deserve. They're all freaking a back suffering while you sit around getting fat. That poor wasted rice. Feel sorry for it. Damn it, capital! I swear I'll kill them all!
Stop, I beg you. You'll destroy the arrangement.
I don't care!
Kikicho, stop! Have you forgotten what we came for? We're here to save Ricky's wife.
You're on your own! I'm done!
We're looking for the women the Emperor kidnapped. All of them. You know where they are. Take us there now.
Kachiro?
Do me a favor. Keep an eye on Kikucho. I'm going after Sensei.
Hello, good to see you. Spokio.
He's the new emperor?
That's it. It's the end of the world.
Attention all citizens of Kogakyo. It is my honor to present your new divine ruler, Emperor Ukyo. Many of you may recognize him as the former resident and the current magistrate of your city. He offers his greetings to you and his appreciation of your support. Lay down our arms and put aside our differences. The war is over, and your days of suffering are at an end. But as your new emperor, I swear to you, I will shatter the cycle of violence and and I will protect the lives of all my people. Beloved subjects! It is true, this samurai did try to kill the former emperor, but his intention was only to free the women taken by my predecessor. My friends, I understand his actions. Therefore, I have decided to grant Kanbei Shimada a full pardon. As for the women, I hereby declare them all free!
Did he really mean all that? I guess we were wrong about him, huh?
Hoping for an heir, my predecessor ruthlessly abducted these women. I know it's terrible. I honestly cannot blame Kanbei for his anger.
But Amanushi...
Tessai, see to the release of the women personally. Understood?
Well, dear Kanbei, that's the end of that.
What about Kana Village?
We are releasing the women. It's all over. Kana Village is free to live in peace.
Are you sure about this? Surely it will set a bad precedent.
It's the old emperor's fault, and now all the people know it. They will blame him and look to me as their savior. I've just established my power. Oh, it's you. And how's Kirara doing?
Oh, it's Katsu!
Boy, I'll tell you, he's got the worst timing. Oh.
Hey now, take it easy. I just made a deal with your gray-haired friend over there. You wouldn't want to ruin it.
As if you could succeed in taking the women, you'll never make it out of the capital alive.
Hey, shut up! I don't want to hear another word out of you.
It's not us you should be worried about. We're not bringing you along with us because we enjoy your company, Ayamari. You're a human shield.
You don't scare me, farm girl.
You're having a nice time, Ferrara.
Or so I.
Honored Ayamaro, this is the inner chambers. No one is allowed without the Emperor's permission. I'm sorry, but that does not include you, the Guardian, or the...
What? Intruder! Just the chambers away!
Please don't hurt me. I'm the prisoner.
All right, who wants some?
Stop.
Kill me!
Decide, what is the meaning of this?
I've received orders from the Emperor himself. You are to release all of the peasant women immediately.
Release! What's going on, Katsu?
I suggest you take the girls and leave immediately. Never return to the capital.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Please, my lord.
Attention, ladies! We're looking for Sanai, wife of Rikichi of Kana Village. Anyone?
Sanai? Oh, you mean the late Emperor's woman?
I do.
She's in the back room.
Oh, thanks for the tip.
Hachiro, tell me why you've come. I came because I wanted to help you.
Rejoice! Kick yourself here! You're free! You can all go home now.
Really? We could return to our village? Kanbei. Sanai, did you hear that? Sanai! You're alive! I'm so relieved.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. It's Kirara. The water priestess from Kana Village. I'm here to take you back home.
Is it really you, priestess? But why?
It's time to go home, Sanai. Rikishi's waiting for you.
I can't go. I can't.
Sanai, you shouldn't say that. Your emperor is dead now.
You know what's going on?
No. Lady Sanai is carrying the late Emperor's child.
What? A baby!
Actually,
What happened?
the baby is dead.
My child is dead, and I killed him.
That's not true. You couldn't have done anything. The old emperor died and you fell ill from grief. It's not your fault.
You needn't explain.
And I can never return to Rikichi. I will mourn the death of my Amanushi and his child for the rest of my life.
Senai. You will return home with us. I won't leave you.
I cannot believe my predecessor went to all that trouble with the Nobuseri, when the peasants are so easily convinced that the capital is a true friend of the people.
The peasantry is on your side. Without exception, they have embraced your reign, thanks to your release of the women, and your praise of Kana. They hold you in the highest respect.
Oh, do you really think so? Then perhaps we should go visit them all.
What? I don't understand.
The peasants have never seen the capital. That is why they fear us. Therefore, we shall bring it to them. We shall make peace with the farmers on their turf, and they'll have no reason to be afraid anymore. And the final stop on our list, Kana Village.
Yes.
If Kana Village hadn't hired those samurai, we wouldn't be so close to a glorious revolution right now. The time has come to repay the favor.
As you wish.
However, there's a slim chance we may have a tragic accident. Any peasant who has experienced war will never be able to return to peace. I lived among them for so long I understand how they think. Now that they've enjoyed the feel of political revolution, they will continue to crave it. And that makes them a danger to the capital.
My lord, take advantage of this opportunity and flee the capital with them. You once ruled the great city of Kogakyo. You should not be forced to waste away your remaining days as a mere warehouse manager.
Then come with me. Decide.
No, my lord, I'm afraid that's not possible.
But why not? You were my most trusted attendant.
And now I serve the Emperor.
Decide.
I'll tell the young master. The peasants from Kana took you with them as their hostage.
He'll come after me.
No, it pains me to say it, but you are no longer of value to him.
But I'm his...
Promises from our new emperor. I don't care what Ukyo said, I still don't trust him. Can't bring myself to believe it's all over.
Enough of the negative stuff already! Everyone's safe! You're a hero!
Komachi?
The one and only. And this is my sidekick.
That's your sidekick! What are you talking about, you little twerp? I'm a samurai warrior!
Is Rikichi here with you?
So, I think that the win is over with prize, huh? Works for me.
Hey, wait up!
The capital is promoting its new revolutionary government. This right is the celebration of the inauguration of the new emperor. Please, limit yourself to only what you can use.
Another
what's our next move gonna be? We got a pretty big crowd.
We'll go to Firefly House. We can stay there for the night, and then we'll head for Kana Village in the morning.
My sister's there?
No, we'll meet her on the way. Oh, yes. I borrowed this.
This used to belong to my mother.
Then I humbly apologize. Without it, however, none of us would be alive now.
Well, maybe. But I don't know, Great Samurai. This does make you a thief.
I guess it does.
Time to change, everyone. Yeah, we got you something real comfy, Samurai.
Take borrow.
Oh, wait! What do you want from me? Did Ukio order this? Kyuzo!
Kyuzo, it's me. You will not harm him, nor Shimada Kame. Why not? They deserve it. Sorry you feel that way.
Wait! Kyuzo, take me with you!
Why do I get the feeling you didn't come for the tea?
We hope you could give us rooms. We won't be staying very long.
Please, don't be so formal. You are all welcome to stay for as long as you would like.
Shiroji is still in Kana Village.
Oh, that old bum? I'd almost forgotten all about him. And besides, I've gotten used to Shiroji always being the one who stays behind. By the way, I heard what happened to you today. I'm glad you're all safe and accounted for. As I said, stay as long as you like, and don't worry about the bill. I'll collect from Roji big time later. I made your bed for you, so it's ready whenever you want to turn in. You must be exhausted. I'm so sorry. How is she doing? Mizuki's with her right now, but I'm worried about her. I think we're going to take turns looking in on her tonight to make sure she's okay. You won't get much sleep that night. If you'd like, I would be more than happy to take turns with you. We'll be all right. Thank you anyway, Yukino. How could everything have turned out so badly? How can she honestly believe the man who held her hostage is worth mourning over?
I saw the truth in her eyes. She truly loved the Emperor.
You stormed the capital all by yourself, and that's all you have to say?
It is. I found my weakness there, something I couldn't kill with a sword.
Then I misjudged you, Sensei.
That's enough, you two. I feel so bad for Rikichi. What can we do to help them, Kanbei?
There's nothing we can do for them.
How can you be so heartless?
Then you tell me, what can we do?
You just don't get it, Katsushiro. You don't understand how we women suffered while the bandits bled us for rice all those years. We were beasts of burden, giving them our lives just to avoid giving them our bodies. Sanae sacrificed herself willingly so the rest of us would be allowed to stay in the village with our families. She gave her life for us. And I didn't do anything to stop her. If I had any kind of courage at all, then she and Rikichi would never have been apart.
That's enough.
Everywhere now, and I fulfilled my duty to Kana Village.
So you're just going to leave us to fight another battle somewhere else?
That's what samurai do. You could come with me, Kiara. I'll be fine on my own.
is it? Do you see something? Yuzo?
Lady Yukino. Come sit by me. Does this help? Yes. Reminds me of how my mother was. You thought you could save them. We always think we can save them from themselves. But it's all my fault. Don't you think you're being too hard on yourself? Too hard on myself, but He picked up the sword because he wanted to, long before he met you. And think about all the women you freed, what you did for your village. Sure, things aren't perfect yet, but you accomplished what you've set out to do, right? Yes. Then you should have no reason to feel any shame. I said you should put yourself first sometimes. But no buts. You're always so stubborn. Besides, that boy isn't the one you're drawn to. Well, at least your crystal can be honest. You're still young, with your whole life ahead of you. And when a woman is in love, she must declare it. Now, come with me. There's a kimono I want you to try on. But I really shouldn't hush. I think it'll look great on you. And this time I'll do your makeup. We have an audience. Have you been there long?
No. Thank you for your help. These men were sent here to kill you, so I killed them instead.
Oh, thanks a lot, you big softy. You act all dark and stuff, but deep down you really care.
Don't misunderstand.
What?
I'm just waiting for what was promised me.
Well, why are you always gonna be like that?
Watch yourself. These were Ukyo's men.
Hey, Piggy! If you wanted to hide from us, you should have picked a bigger tree.
Kobaya Kawakanamo, leader of the Nobusanin, reporting as commander.
I apologize for the short notice, but do you think your men could pay a visit to the nearby villages?
We will do as you wish, my emperor. But you do realize we've already collected all the crops from those villages this harvest season.
Of course I'm aware of that. But I know those sneaky peasants are hoarding rice. A nice little secret I learned when I was one. Go take it.
What you say is true, Emperor. I've seen this myself. But shouldn't we turn a blind eye to this so those vermin have at least something to live on?
Remind me, who's in charge here?
You are, Emperor.
And you machines exist only to serve your master. Try to remember that next time. Leave me now. Go make yourself useful.
As you wish.
Do you see now? I know how to use the bandits. And I must say it's quite fun.
Agreed.
There's one other matter I'd like to be dealt with. I wasn't the only clone to be released into the farmlands, was I?
You are correct, Your Excellency.
I want to know where the rest of them are. Surely you must have kept records.
Of course.
Come on, I know cows that can chew cut faster than you eat. By the time you finish your breakfast, it'll be time for lunch. Look, maybe if you stopped now, you wouldn't be so fat. Try and take a care for the farmers.
Fool, a meal has been given to me. The dignified course of action is to savor every bite, and to continue eating once my hunger's been sated.
Never enough, pig. I'm taking your trough.
Kikucho, stop it.
Buddy!
Do you have any idea what Ukyo's planning?
The elaborate performance in front of the commoners after your halted execution, freeing those women from the Emperor's harem, It's all part of Ukio's plan to manipulate us and take control of the world.
Take control?
Of course. He will influence all facets of trade, legitimate markets and black markets alike. And worse, his lies will be indistinguishable from the truth. Ukio will appear to work for the people, but in reality he will crush all who stand against him. Whatever he told you is a lie.
Come in, I know all about lying. Sometimes you gotta make stuff up to win in the end. It's how you learn to be strong.
You are without a doubt my sworn nemesis. Sumosaka Shorobei Isaru!
If it advances your cause, then lying is all right. That was the first lesson I ever taught Ukio.
You must be so proud of your boy, following in your footsteps like that. In public, he's a gracious emperor who doles out rice.
Yeah, till he gets the bandits of stealth and the people that take the rice back.
Huh? We still have work to do. So it seems. You'll have to wait longer. I apologize.
Please, you humble me. There's no need for you to bow like that.
But, Divine Emperor, we are nothing more than lowly peasants. We're not worthy to stand here and look one so magnificent as you in the eye.
Never mind that. Give yourself some credit. You're clearly not as worthless as you say. I just witnessed a terrifying Nobuseri burnt to a crisp. That was your doing, was it not?
Yes, my lord. We were just doing our duty, Your Excellency. It was you who wisely sent a samurai to this village. Together with these farmers, we beat back the bandits, just as you intended.
Thanks to these honorable warriors, we can breathe easily and once again focus all our attention on the rice fields. We thank you so very much.
You have all suffered for too long. Having lived among you, I understand your suffering, the hardships you've all endured. But despite your plaintive cries, the capital has done nothing to help ease your pain. Instead, they let the bandits run rampant, and for that, I sincerely apologize.
Please, that isn't necessary.
No, it is we who should bow our heads and thanks for all you've done.
Raise up your heads, all of you. From this day forth, the capital and I will be your protectors. I know the bandits seem insurmountable, but if we work together, there's nothing we won't be able to accomplish. We can change the world. I only ask you to persevere a little longer.
We always will, Emperor. Perseverance is our birthright.
I thank you for that.
This is all the rice we were able to keep away from the bandits. We would like you to have it. Please accept this modest gift as a token of our gratitude. It sickens us to think that bandits are enjoying the fruits of our labor. But if Your Excellency were to eat our rice, we peasants would feel nothing but pride in our hearts.
Thank you all so much. I don't know what to say.
For the first time since the Great War, we finally have an emperor who will govern the land justly.
I'm not so sure. Doesn't matter who the emperor is or what promises are made, the lives of us farmers won't change.
Why not?
Weeds are made to be trampled on, and they always grow back. It's the same with us. Regardless of how the world changes around us, our lot remains the same.
Now everyone will just give us all of their rice without us having to use force. It really is brilliant.
But if the peasants find out the Nobuseri are being sent by the capital...
I wasn't aware of it myself until old Dad plucked me from the field. No simple farmers that are going to figure it out. I wonder, when my predecessor cast me out into the farmlands, was it just because he enjoyed watching me suffer?
I believe, my lord, that he watched over all his clones as they learned the ways of the world.
That's one way of putting it.
Pardon me, Amanushi. May I interrupt?
Yes, go ahead.
We've received word the assassination attempts on Kambe Shimada and your father have both failed.
Why must those two be so difficult? Understood. Keep after them.
Yes, my lord.
Great Kambe?
How is Sanai adjusting?
Mizuki and the others are helping her get ready.
Good to hear.
You really think she'll be all right back in Kana Village after all this?
Here we go. Let's do that.
One more time, and there's that.
All right. Well, all right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're done now.
Kiku, look over there.
The Yakai!
Oh!
Good morning, everyone.
Momotaro! Hey!
What is this?
Rikichi!
I know, kind of sloppy.
Hey,
Look what the tide dragged in.
missed you too.
So, Momotaro, where's your pile of treasure?
Oh, for crying out loud, I knew I forgot something. Make it up to you? I'll take out the trash.
Rikichi, how's your wound?
I'm feeling much better now, thanks. And Pikachu. Look, this is Sorbet's old sword. With his fighting spirit at my side, I know I can help. Sanai!
Don't open the door.
Sanai, it's me, Rikichi, your husband! Sanai!
I'm sorry, Rikichi, but I can't go back to being your wife.
I know about what happened. I don't care. You're alive and we're together again. That's all that matters to me. Now, please, let's go home.
I can't.
Come home.
My Amanushi needed me, and I couldn't even ease his suffering. And then I let him down again. I killed our child.
Do you remember this? Please, for me, wear it again.
I can't. I belong to the
I
Amanushi.
won't accept that. You are my wife, and no matter what you say, I am taking you home. If you want, I'll even build them a grave. Right next to our house. A grave for the Amanushi and the infant. And I'll pray for them with you. Please, just come home. What a shame. What a crying shame.
I'll never forget my shock.
Doesn't sound like you, Kanbei.
I couldn't kill him. I saw a light in her eyes, a light that shone out of love for her Amanushi. And so help me, when I looked into her eyes, I couldn't do a thing. Pitiful, no.
This weather brings back memories. Back then, the sword was everything. We lived and died by the blade, and that was it. Listen to me, carrying on about the good old days. Guess I'm showing my age. Sorry I can't be more help, Kanbei.
Since you and Heihachi are here, I assume the village is secure.
We rebuilt all we could. Their attitudes, on the other hand, well, give them time.
Kachiro has left.
You fools!
Hey, that hurt! What the hell's the matter with you?
Simple. Sensei's upset with us for coming to the capital to save him.
That's ridiculous! You never told us not to come! Oh, you think you're so much better than us, don't you, mister? I gotta do everything myself.
Well, I, for one, am not going to take any more abuse from someone who lost to the capital.
Are you kidding? Losing battles is his specialty.
If we had been there with you right from the start, this whole mess could have been avoided. Why did you think you had to do this alone? And when you were captured, why didn't you accept your death with honor? No true samurai could ever live with such disgrace.
Do not value death so highly.
A samurai's honor is worth dying for.
What good would my corpse have done those women?
I would have gladly given my life trying to save theirs.
With your skill. Heihachi, may I have a word with you?
Sure.
Rikichi, how long do you plan on sitting there like that?
I can't do this. I told Sanai I wasn't bothered by what happened to her, but I don't know if I can be the kind of man she needs me to be.
Don't push yourself so hard. Just give it some time. Rikichi, some of us were discussing it earlier, and if it's all right with you, we would love for her to stay here with us for a little while. Many of the other girls she was with will be working here too. Whether we take in 2 women or 3, it doesn't make much difference to me.
I don't know what to do. That monster kidnapped my wife and kept her prisoner. How can she say she's in love with him? Was life in the capital that much better? I'm sure she was fed all the finest foods and given all the fanciest kimonos. So now, It's no wonder she doesn't want to come back and sweat in the fields.
Rikichi.
It may have been just a clone, but she was carrying his child. When you're held captive that long, emotions can do funny things.
Of course. Just think about it. I'm sure the Emperor had whole teams of experts finding ways to control her feelings and make her love him. Like that whole baby angle with the maternal instincts and such. Pure trickery. Yep, Ukyo and his predecessor are exactly alike.
That still doesn't help me figure out what to do.
Pull yourself together, Rikichi.
Mizuki!
If Rikichi doesn't do something to help Sanai, who else will? She didn't just leave her heart in the capital, she left her soul there too. And now he's the only one who can restore them both. Sure, we dined on delicacies we never had in our villages. And yes, we wore the finest clothes every day because there was never any dirt or dust or sweat to worry about. But look at my hand. When I was taken, it was tough and calloused. These hands could do anything, they could work any field. But now, after years in the capital, they've turned soft and fair. They put nail polish and lipstick on me and told me to always smile. But no matter how pretty they made me on the outside, I knew I was no more than a harvesting field to these people. That I'd gone from working a farm to being one.
What do you mean?
Well, isn't that what we were? They planted the Emperor's seed in us, hoping to yield a crop of clones. How is that any different from our rice fields? Do you know how dehumanizing that is? I'm sorry, I guess you know better than anybody. Maybe I can ask Kanbei to help me like he helped you. I need you all to destroy the capital. Not just for our own sakes, but for my mom and dad who were killed by them, and for all the villagers whose lives were ripped apart. I want revenge.
You know, no one ever died by my sword before I met you, Kanbei. But that doesn't mean I haven't killed people.
By betraying them, you mean?
How'd you figure me out?
It's why you're so hard on others for their betrayals, because you can't forgive your own.
You're right. I was weak, and the intel I leaked ended up getting my whole unit killed. It was a stupid thing to do, and I've spent every day since trying to make their lives count for something. Trying to do some good, to set things right. I guess it's why I tagged along on this crazy mission. To find redemption.
Then stay with us and see this job through to the end.
So, do you think killing bad guys will erase my sins?
It's a good first step.
Your most ability to trust people is one I lack. At first I questioned how wise you were for forgiving traitors, but now I admire your faith. I guess I've been afraid they'd only be as dependable as I was. If only I'd met someone like you sooner.
I'm nothing special.
Well, looks like they're trying to get rid of us.
I think Rikichi's feeling better now.
Great Samurai. I have a request. I beg you, make the capital pay for what they've done.
No need to ask. It's already been decided.
Yeah, just leave it to us.
The capital is on its way to Kana Village.
That rat kill, we're gonna knock him back to the fields where he belongs.
Not so fast.
What's up, old man?
I threw this together for you. It should launch anything you can fit in it. My treat.
Thank you.
When this is over, I want to sharpen that sword again. You get me?
Time to go.
Whatever you say.
Good luck now.
Oh, come on, I just got back. That's the most passionate send-off you can give.
Well, maybe if Momotaro had brought some treasure like he was supposed to.
Ouch, that hurts.
Oh, look at the lovebirds going at it.
Be true to your heart, Kirara.
I'm really gonna miss you, girls. You know that? We'll miss you too. You take good care of Sanai. I will. Yeah, and come back to see us sometime, okay? Okay.
We'll be back in Kana real soon.
Bye, everyone!
And away they go.
You really think Sanai's gonna be okay?
She'll be fine. She's with a man who loves her. As for you, merchant man, it just so happens that our attendant in the bath boiler room has quit.
You needn't worry, I can take my bath later.
A comedian! Now get down there and start preparing baths for our guests.
I'm not sure I know how.
My time has come, Tanimo. I'm sorry. Don't give up now. We're almost there. Look, there's the capital.
Oh, you got yourself injured. War can do that, you know. I suppose we should treat their injuries. Kasai, go find a mechanic.
Divine Emperor.
Do you think it wise to interrupt me in your state?
Please let me speak. No, let's get you repaired. This can't wait, Tanimo. It can't. can.
If you two are just going to hang there and bicker all day, then out with it.
Thank you, Emperor. You see, we were ambushed by peasants and Ronin. That's how I wound up like this. But the odd thing is, the peasants told us the samurai weren't Ronin at all. That they were defending their village in service to the Emperor.
Is that so?
Your Excellency, with all due respect, you sent us into those villages to collect rice for you. Now look at me. Are those miserable dogs lying? Or did you actually pit us against each other? Which is it?
Which do you think?
I think there is not an answer. As we speak, our scouts are being blindsided and slaughtered by these peasants and their hired swords.
I'm not seeing the problem.
Emperor, I don't understand.
You heartless.
You bandits, the peasants, the Ronin samurai, I gave orders to everybody. No one's lying, just doing as they're told.
But why?
Why? For the future.
Future.
Sure, after taking over the world, you need loyal subjects. Farmers and samurai are proving their allegiance by killing Nobuseri, and you Nobuseri are proving their allegiance by being killed. And really, is there no greater honor for any proud warrior than to give his life in the service of his master?
Dishonor is swine!
Oh, wow, impressive. So that's the capital's main cannon?
Forgive me if I overstepped my bounds.
No, not at all. In fact, I quite enjoyed that.
My lord, this won't be the last time we face such descent. We need to be prepared.
These wretched samurai and their sense of honor.
How would you feel about Nobuseri with no free will of their own?
We can do that?
Our doctors have toyed with the idea for years. We stripped them of their souls, leaving nothing but the machine.
I like the sound of that. Build me an army.
Yes, Lord.
Hey there, you boy. That's right, I'm talking to you. What's wrong? Come, boy. You look gloomy.
What do you want from me?
I see you here like this, and I have to ask. Where are you going?
I'll go anywhere I find a battle.
In your current state, boy, you don't stand a chance.
Hold your tongue! I will not be defeated!
Let's go.
Don't these guys ever get a head rushing around like that all the time?
You say my sister's here?
Yes. Bring us ashore. You got it.
Sister? Sister, it's me. Mizuki? Mizuki! Sister! Is it really you? Those brave samurai over there rescued me from the capital. Great Kanbei. Thank you so much for saving her.
You got it backwards. She's the one who saved me.
I'm so happy for you, Mizuki.
Thanks, Samurai, and I know you and Rikichi will work everything out. Thank you for all your help. I'm gonna be fine here with my sister, so I guess this is goodbye then.
So it is. Take care of that memento.
Well, should be easy without you around, Kanbei the thief.
Oh, Kanbei, it's all thanks to you. Little did I know he never won so much as a coin toss before he met up with us.
Yeah, but he still had to think of battle.
What do you mean by that?
He smells pretty darn scary to me.
Did I miss something, Kirara? What are you blushing for?
Hey, why are they staring at us?
I completely forgot.
Forgot what, Sprout?
We left the scary suits at the capital and we didn't invite our friends either.
Oh.
We're so sorry.
We've received a report from our recon team.
Go on, I don't have all day.
They've lost visual on Kame Shimada's position.
Oh? Where?
He and his group were last seen entering the cave of the Guardians.
I knew they'd hide in there. Any sign of my father?
He's doing menial labor in a tea house.
Menial labor. That's great, I love it. What better punishment is there for a man who so blatantly abused his status? I don't really care about him anymore. Let's just leave him to that fate.
What about Kanbei Shimada?
My lord, please. You mustn't forget our arrangement with the Skimori Bito.
Oh, I haven't forgotten.
Pardon me, Amanushi. We'll be arriving at Ushioda village soon.
Find Kanbei and his team of samurai. I believe we need to make an example out of them.
Yes, my lord. We're sorry. We're so very sorry. If it makes you feel any better, you can kick my ass hard. I mean it.
Don't blame me for being upset. What we did was inexcusable.
Yeah, I'm really sorry too.
Come on, can't we just put aside our differences and settle this peaceably? Huh?
Please find it in your hearts to forgive these people. If it weren't for them, I would never have been reunited with my sister.
We never said we would not forgive them.
You mean you're not going to slaughter us?
Until the capital has been defeated, you shall remain indebted to us.
Indebted?
Indeed. You may prepare for your war here.
I thought you guys had a treaty with the capital.
We do, but this is an opportunity to break free of the capital, one we cannot let pass us by.
Oh, this is the way to travel. Those guardians are okay. I can't believe they let us borrow this thing.
Wow, I'm even higher up than when I ride around on Tinker's shoulders.
Yeah? How about this? Now you're the cavalier chef. Yeah.
So, who exactly are the guardians?
Former samurai. Rather than becoming bandits or ronin, they chose to lay down their swords.
Right, should have guessed. No wonder they have so many of these old ships from the war lying around. And they're surprisingly easy to bargain with. I guess all their dealings with the merchants have rubbed off on them.
You're not to allow those samurai into your village. If they return, hand them over to us. Now gather the rest of the villagers. And I don't want just the men. Bring all your women and children, too. You're about to find out exactly what it means to surrender to the capital.
Who could that be? Those footsteps. It sounds like the Dwarf's Express.
Looks like Kochiro. Kochiro, you're back!
Retreat to safer ground, all of you.
Hiya, kid. You come looking for a rematch?
What are you still doing, Encana?
Last time we met, it only took one hit to put an end to your heroics. Sure you want to try again?
I'm the one asking the questions.
Don't cop an attitude with me, boy. I've been given exclusive privileges by the Divine Emperor himself. You might say my word is his word, so show a little damn respect.
What business do you have here? Why were your sentries trying to start a fire?
Sure you're not just seeing things?
Don't toy with me! Why did you come to this village?
Why do you think? To destroy it.
What?
We will burn this village to the ground, and the flames will serve. And your leader will help us too.
We don't need Sensei's help.
Great samurai.
What is it?
It seems you have finally learned how to wield that sword.
The work is moving along as hoped, Your Excellency. We will be ready to proceed with your plan upon your orders.
Those villagers and their samurai are becoming so troublesome. Pity I can't do this to them too.
Once Kana village is destroyed, what do you intend to do with the land?
By the time I'm done with it, the land itself won't be much to look at. I'll give it to some magistrate and charge him rent.
Marvelous idea,
My lord, we lost contact with the preliminary force we sent to Kana village. According to our scout, the entire assault party was wiped out by the peasant rebels. The mountain of bodies found were impaled by dozens of arrows and burned beyond recognition. Barbaric.
Yes, that's a tragic loss.
On the other hand, we now have all the justification we need.
Indeed. Peasants with pitchforks. How very terrifying.
They gave it up forever.
You're not hungry. You're just innocent.
sure. He came here himself. When? A couple of days ago. Looks like I beat you to the punch here. Don't worry, I'm sure there are other villages in need of your help. I assume you're looking for the Emperor, so he'll assign you to a village that needs protection, but you'd better hurry up.
No! We're looking for the Emperor so we can put a sword or two through his belly! What? What's so funny?
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. You're thinking of the old Emperor, not the new one. It's a whole new age. How does it feel to be the last people on the planet to know?
Shut up! Try pulling your noses out of his butt long enough to see the truth!
Kikuko, enough!
They started it!
Please, ignore my mechanical friend here. He's got a slight malfunction.
What? Hey, Gilman! Why didn't you just tell him the truth about Ukyo?
Sometimes people aren't ready for the truth.
Hey! Stop the ship now! Delicious durian!
Durians are smelly.
Hey, my village, these were a delicacy. We ate them whenever we could. The smell's a bit, but the inside is like sweet, stinky heaven. Oh!
He's gotta be kidding.
Why not? I'll try anything once.
I can't believe you're actually putting that thing in your mouth.
It's actually pretty good. Here, give it a taste.
I'll take your word for it.
Freaky, take some with you to blend. They'll grow just about anywhere. You can make them a kind of specialty. You'll be a hero.
That smell.
I get used to it. Hey, you want this one to try one?
Wait, is that? What do you think? Remnants of a battle between samurai and nobuseri? These aren't sword cuts.
Whoa, you're right. I think a cannon did this.
An awful way to go.
Man, look at this man.
Hey, Hachi, is there anything here we can use?
Let's see.
How about this thing? You want one of these big ones, right? Keep a jug, apparently.
He's probably right. It's no good. I'm not sure.
Gorobe Dono, I realize now you led me back here because they needed my help.
Ah, the spirits guided you back.
After I saw a vision of him, I thought I should come here one last time. A final goodbye before joining the battle. The capital's henchmen were already here. I must have been guided by Gorobe.
Great samurai, where's Kiraga?
She's with Sensei.
Huh. And all this time I assume my granddaughter went off with those samurai to be with that young man.
Kirara did what?
You're slow, old woman.
Okara, you know something, don't you?
You got her reasons for leaving, right? But you got the wrong samurai.
Then who...
How's it look?
I think she'll fly for us.
Good. As soon as the repairs are done, we'll head for the capital.
All right.
Well, it might not be much of a warship, but it certainly is faster than that old wagon. It's too bad we don't have time to find something with defenses. The capital isn't going to wait for us.
So we're finally gonna strike?
How many years has it been since we've taken on one of those airships? I'd say I'm nervous, but I keep thinking of what Gorobe-san would say if he were here.
Yeah, he'd say, nervous? You gotta be kidding. Get up there and die with honor, man. Listen, I was just... that's just tough guy talk. Who could ever die and leave you behind, Sprout?
Really, promise?
Here, I'll tell you what. I want you to hang on to this for me. It's my proof that I'm a samurai.
The scroll you stole?
I didn't steal it. I found it. Anyway, doesn't matter. You're the first person who ever accepted me as a samurai, who believed in me. So I want you to have my most valuable possession. Keep it safe for me, and I'll be back for it. I promise.
It's a deal. But you have to promise me something even more important.
All right, lay it on me.
Okay, don't laugh. But when I grow up, I want you to be my husband.
Is this incremental? I can't even farm rice.
Well, I love you just the way you are, Kiku. I'll even cook for you.
I'm so happy. Are you sure about this, Sprout?
I'm sure.
Oh, hurry up and get older, Otomachi. I gotta be your husband. Oh, yeah, happy baby. Oh, I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
Have you ever been to the capital before?
Once, with my former lord.
Are the defenses the same as during the war?
Mostly.
What do we do about the main engines?
I say we disconnect them. If they're still running when it crashes, all this beautiful farmland will be destroyed.
You mean all this beautiful farmland that's needed to grow the rice you love?
Hey, we are the rice gummy. Gotta protect it, too.
All right, then we'll leave cutting off the main engines to him. So with our move, Kabe-sama, I assume you have a plan.
No.
Huh? Really? Not at all.
Tomorrow, death awaits. It's late. You should get some rest.
Oh, don't worry about me. Just call me if any of you need anything.
She's a great girl.
Guess we should give Ukio some credit. At least he has great taste in women.
It's hard to tell who the enemy is these days. During the war, it was easy. You just killed anything that held a sword.
Perhaps the days of fighting battles with swords are no more. Rikichi.
Yes?
We won't wait for sunrise. As soon as the repairs are completed, we're heading out. We leave the women in your care. Make sure they get home safely. That's your job. We're counting on you.
Right.
We're all done over here. What do you want us to work on next?
Nothing. That's all we can do for now. Divide into 3 shifts for guard duty.
Right away.
If you see anything unusual, send out the warning with the clappers. Then wait for my signal to take action. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Is everything ready? Yes, sir.
Right, samurai! All clear so far!
Where's Kiku?
He's gone, Kamachi.
But he can't be. I didn't get to say goodbye to him.
Your sister thought it would be less painful for you this way.
Sister, why didn't you let me say goodbye to Kiku?
We can't worry about such petty things now, Kamachi. Not when the war is about to begin. We need to be grown-ups, okay? Water Priestess. I promised them that I would be strong, but I feel like I'm breaking. Take it from someone who has been broken. When your heart opens a new window, there is no gain in hiding your eyes from the light. But if I allow myself to admit it, then I won't be able to keep from telling you the truth. That I want him, body and soul.
Then we just have to pray as hard as we can that they'll come back. If we pray with all our strength, we'll be fine, right? We're a Water Priestess family. It's our job to pray, so we just have to do our job.
You're exactly right, darling. I love you.
Okay, wake up!
Look, here comes the elder.
It is time.
cannon was deflected. My lord, only the sword of a true samurai is capable of accomplishing that.
Samurai?
I knew it.
It may be too risky to use the cannon again.
No.
I should remind you that during the Great War, samurai were the only ones who could ever bring down a ship like this.
So they're looking for a fight, are they? That leaves us no choice. Call out my new soldiers. And they'll really do whatever I tell them to, no matter what?
Give it a try, Your Excellency.
If you insist. About face? Did you see that? They're mindless, just obedient heaps of metal.
Very impressive, Your Excellency.
When I was a peasant, I despised them so. Their mere presence made me sick. But they're kind of cute like this, don't you think?
We're attacking one measly farming village. There's no need for such numbers.
We can't go easy on them. One thing I learned as a merchant is that any compromise leads to a lack of respect. Think of it as ridding ourselves of a failed business partner, Tosai. Nothing more. Just like I did with that envoy.
Unit 1, attack!
Keep it together.
Yeah, sorry.
Take all the fury you've buried inside and release it on them.
You're ready, they're here.
Let's kill them with the very weapons we stole from them.
You always have been. You should have told the poor girl from the start she didn't have a chance.
Did I ever tell you you talk too much?
What do you keep gossiping about? You do realize we have a few thousand bandits to kill!
Sensei, really? Well, you can tell him I'm doing just fine on my own. Those who can move, help carry the wounded back to the village. Hey! One of these days, that guy's gotta learn how to relax.
Nice move, give him a man!
Oh, I don't understand that samurai. He escaped death with a hairpin. What are his clever tricks? What can he hope to accomplish by attacking us head on? Where's the strategy there? Any idiot with an airship could do that.
They are fighting like old samurai. They're acting without intuition, without soul.
As poor as their aim is, you won't hear me complain.
Shut up. Keep this head.
You're the boss.
If it takes a samurai to kill a samurai, what's the deal? These machines are useless.
As you said, Lord, these bandits are still just machines.
Oh well. Guess we'll have to use a cannon.
That's a risk we cannot take. What if one of the samurai deflects the beam back at us again?
Then pray you're lucky.
Your Excellency, our own allies would be killed as well.
Allies? Whoever do you mean?
Why, the bandits, my lord.
Oh, then. These empty shells are hardly the bandits I know. They'll make excellent shields. Forget them. Fire the main cannon. I thought you were a samurai. You should be able to handle it on your own.
I can't help it! I can't back leave that thing!
It's the main cannon.
They're taking out half the Nobuseri, too. Take us to full speed. Come on, it's me.
What are you doing? Get us out of the way!
Sheriff, get us on that beam.
Yes! Direct hit!
Sorry, my lord, but it's not over just yet.
Huh?
Thank you, Momotaro!
Your machines just don't get it! You weren't supposed to let them on board!
What should we do, Emperor?
Everyone listen closely. I want you to go into Kana and take the farmers hostage. Then Kame will do whatever we want.
As you wish.
No farmers are to be killed until I give the word.
Understood.
Katsu's here.
Great Samurai! Are we ready to launch? The ballista is loaded, Great Samurai, and I've aimed it like you asked. According to my abacus and the formula Heihachi gave us, it should hit somewhere along the front deck.
I thought we'd set the front on fire, like the arrows.
Good idea. But I've got one minor change.
Let's keep moving. Our only concern is finding the Emperor.
Just like we planned. Straight at the capital.
Well, what about you?
I'm a samurai. I'll be fine.
Fire!
Unbelievable. That's as sloppy as it gets.
It's no good! He's not gonna make it!
That's what sets him apart from the rest. He has no idea what he's doing.
Gotta jump. Hey, how'd you doing?
Getting closer. Stand your ground, man. I assure you the bandits will not reach the village. They will be stopped by the samurai.
I am not pleased! Bandits, you're all fired!
Thank God. They got Q's out. This is war. Get used to it. We don't have time to mourn him. My job is to separate the main agents from the rest of the hull, and I need your help to do it. But check out what the Guardians gave me. It should be fun. And for Lasmane, fires anything. You stay focused on your mission. I'll take care of the guards. Get out of here alive. I'm gonna eat so much rice.
Hey, Archie Dodo! I'll get you out! Just hold on!
There's no time.
There has to be some other way!
I know how it's getting into here.
Hey, Archie Dodo!
Stop me in the place!
Elder, the capital is still headed this way. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
We never should have started this war. Farmers aren't meant to fight it. Now we're all going to die for it.
I've heard enough. I won't allow your cowardice to undercut our efforts. Those samurai value our lives enough to put their own in jeopardy. So don't insult them with your lack of confidence. Go. Do what you can.
Hey, Tabe, I think we have a problem.
Hey, look what I found! What's going on?
They're body doubles.
Or clones.
It's certainly possible. I recall Ayamara said something about the Emperor sending clones to surrounding villages.
Well, that's great. I say we just kill them all. That'll prove it.
Pikachu.
He's been hanging around you too long.
Look at him. They're jumpy as farmyard chickens.
What is it, Pikachu?
Hold on a second. Oh, no doubt about it. He's nothing but a common farmer. He was working in the fields no more than 3 days ago. I can tell by his smell.
And where's the real one?
Yep, farmer. Oh, man.
Who are you and how did you get here?
Please, great samurai, don't hurt us. I know how this looks, but they forced us to play along, I swear. You heard what the Emperor said he would do to us if we talked to them?
Shameless little coward. The very people he's terrorizing are the same ones they tricked into helping him escape.
Thanks to Kika's keen sense of smell, we saved ourselves a lot of bloodshed.
Yeah, so you guys can thank me by telling me where the real emperor is.
We don't know. They just told us we had to stay here. Keep our mouths shut.
Lying.
Enough. They don't know. Go. Who would have thought their poor bathing habits would expose our little ruse?
Who do you think you are? They were just farmers. You had no right to do that.
Are you samurai? Once long ago. But now I serve the Amanushi as his guardian and protector.
He's gonna need a lot more than you to protect him now.
Well, then he's dead. I'd hate to have to scatter the body parts of such skilled warriors.
You were never a samurai. You couldn't have been. You're just an overfed lapdog. A samurai would never serve a coward like Yukio.
Why not? A samurai's duty is to serve his master, regardless of the kind of man he is. And I serve my master well.
Come this one up!
Gentlemen, you are all true samurai. You may be the last great men of honor left in this world, and for that I envy you. Therefore, I will allow you one final honor, death by the blade of my sword. Hyuga! What's he doing here? I alone will have the honor of its death.
Sodono.
Come on, stay with me. Go on. You still have a job to finish. Do not forget, we still have a score to settle. I will never forget. I'll be waiting. In Ghana. Soon, my friend, I will follow the same path.
What have I done? What have I done?
I'm glad you've come back.
Why? I killed you, Zodona, with my own two hands.
In order to save me.
But how am I supposed to live with myself knowing I've done this? I took his life, so I should give mine.
No, not you!
I don't know. Maybe he's a fake, too.
Don't worry. I got the perfect test.
What are you going to do?
Oh, yeah. Smells pretty girly.
If he smells like court ladies, he must be real. They wouldn't waste perfume on a fake.
No, I'm just a farmer. They gave me a bath when I got here.
Enough! Your acting's terrible. But you were a farmer once, weren't you? I was too, so I know why you'd want to rule the world. Hell, I turned myself into metal to climb the ladder. But you must have learned some dignity from the upper class to have a little self-respect and slit your stomach like a man.
If you really were a farmer once, then you should know how important it is that I remain emperor. Peasants like us spent our lives tormented by the Nobuseri. Now that I'm in control, I can change that for good. That's the point of all this. I'm doing what I must to set the peasants free, and yet here you are trying to murder me.
Don't feed me lies, you bastard!
Don't you? If you kill me, then life will only return to the way it was. Kana has to be sacrificed to keep the peace. A small price to pay to live in a world of order.
Kame taught me a long time ago when samurai raised their swords. They don't hesitate to bring it down!
Anyway, we should be going.
But the escape ship is disabled.
Well, then get one of those bandits out there to carry it with us in it. You're not too bright, are you?
No, Emperor, forgive me.
Tell me where Kambe is.
I don't know.
Huh. Is that so? I won't ask again.
Please board the escape ship.
By the way, how is my Kirara? Considering the capital here is going to wipe out her entire village, I need to know where she is so I can rescue her.
Your Excellency.
What? I'm in the middle of something.
Samurai, raise a sword to the Emperor and we attack.
Wait, you idiots! Don't fire in here! You'll kill us all!
We must protect you.
Fix it. The bandits are mine. Wait, it was the former emperor who made deals with the Nobuseri, stealing rice and women. I wasn't even here.
But you are the Emperor now, Rikyo.
No, it was him, the prime minister. He was the one in control. He came to me in Kogakyo, said he needed someone killed, and if I helped him, he'd let me make the world better. But he tricked me. I just wanted to give everyone's lives more pleasure. But he said sacrifices had to be made. He said we had to destroy Kana. I didn't want to. You can't kill an emperor. You'll be a traitor to your people.
So be it.
Cursed samurai!
pretty bad.
Don't worry about me. We have to stop the capital from crossing the ravine. You got it.
Pikachu! I got you, Emperor.
Before you appeared. Thank you.
Emperor, please.
Everyone else is dead, but you and I can return to paradise.
Get away from them, you traitor! There's no time for pain now. Rikichi, take me right in front of the capital. Get out of here. You're the greatest, Sprout. You count on me.
It appears we've survived yet again.
Yeah, I guess we have.
Grandmother.
Are you certain of this? Passing the Dalles in Crystal to Komachi?
You've seen it too. My days as priestess are over.
You mean the painting of the water? Yes, I've seen it.
It symbolizes my impurity, my sins from this war.
My dear girl, it's not your fault. Stop blaming yourself and think. Do you really want to make this decision?
I swore I'd protect you, but for a long time I was the one being protected. You told me we'd fall together, and you will never know how much strength that gave me.
Katsuo!
The scent of battle. To please you, I yearned for it, but to get it, I had to deny my heart.
Are we interrupting?
All this time, Sensei, I've wondered what it was you saw in me, what made you choose me as the fifth samurai. And with every battle, every wound, I got a little closer to the truth. You told me once not to value death. You told me to live on and to finish what I've begun. And yet, these brave men who had nothing to gain from this war, who did give their lives in the defense of Kana, aren't they the most noble samurai of us all?
Do you feel ashamed for surviving?
No. It means I can fight new battles, find more chances to honor their names. Just as you have, Sensei.
I pass this to you.
I'll use it well.
me take over for a while. After all, we are a team, aren't we?